Okay, let me start the recording. So, so as you know, we have already completed the object-oriented programming concept. In that object-oriented programming, we have completed the, you know, different examples. After that, we have completed the one complete game project, which is using the complete object-oriented programming concepts in Python. These object-oriented programming concept, why we are doing? Because they will be used in Django. So that's why we are referring these. And also, let me open the that PPT. I think where is the folder? Let me search for that. Here in public, yeah, here. So we are in Python level 2. So this object-oriented part we have already completed, and in this I already shown you examples and game project we have completed. Now this is the time to know about the errors and exceptions. So errors and exceptions are very important topics in Python because this is also will be used in Django and for building many modules in Django for the backend purpose and for making the dynamic all the web pages. We need this errors and exception things. So that's why we need to learn that also. So I can tell you, often our code is not perfect. Many times, many errors are coming in the codes, and this is happening with all. So that's why we need to run the program with errors so that we can understand what is the error and uh, how to solve that type of error. So that's why we are using the errors and exception things. But how do we actually set up our own error and exception calls? So that we'll see in the Python language. In Python code, how we deal with the errors and the exception things, the exception part of the code. So for that we are using some methods, some techniques, and in Python we are using these keywords. One is the try keyword, another is except, and this finally. So these three keywords we are using generally dealing with the errors and exception. Okay, and I also will show you one example. So how to write the code correct, that is introducing you about the exception and code. Okay, so to detect our code logic in case of an error, we are using these terms to show how this works. We will be opening files one way. So how this thing is work, how this thing is work. So I will show you by opening one file by using the open function method. So whenever we opening the file, we are using this method, open function method. That's why I will show you these things. Okay, so you can see this is the syntax for open any file. Open, then inside the parenthesis, we will write the name of the file. That should be text file or any other format. So here it is text file, myfile.txt, and in what format you want to open that file. So here I want to open the file in read format. So that's why I wrote R, and you can write the W methods for written for write method. Okay, so that R for read and W for write. So the second parameter in the open function dictate whether you are opening the file for just reading, just writing, or to do both. So you can also do You can also open the file for reading and writing. Okay, so both the things you can do. If you use the wrong one, you may get an error. So I will show you how to can handle these types of errors by using the error and exception. So for that, I need to open the text editor. Okay, so that is our PyCharm. So here we have one file that is notes.py. Let me reduce this code. And here in this folder, I want to add one other another file. Okay, that is, let's say, my file dot, or we can say sample dot txt. So this is the text file, and now I will open that text file inside our program. Okay. So before that, I can show you in the code. Let's say, uh, okay. So let's say whenever you write something like print. So here I write print, and inside the print, we are writing some string like hello, and inside that hello string, I forget to add the last inverted commas. So whenever I run this, and no, we need to write that code in the nodes Python file, not in text file. Okay, so that's why that was not a colorful text. In Python file, you can see this is showing the error, that is red line in the text editor. Okay, and we also can see what type of error is this. Okay, so how can we see? By running the code of this file. So I can run this like previously we have run so many times. So here it is showing this is the syntax error. So unterminated string literal, and this is one type of error, that is syntax error. So these errors are mostly coming into the programs, and humans are actually doing these types of error, and these are general. Another thing, types of error you can do the variable data types error, like let's say I declare a variable one that is my list. He- Here I created. So I created this my list here, and inside that I have added some values, 1 comma 2 comma 3, this type. Okay, and but in the print statement, but in the print statement, I am writing the name of another list that is not existed. Okay, but I am calling the that list. So this is also one type of error, and we can also see this is the name error. Okay, because this my list name is not defined, and in programming we cannot use any name that is not defined already. So we are using the name that is, I think, by default defined in our programming, that is data types int, float, and char, these types. And whenever you want to use any object, so you need to create that object or variable before using that. uh, okay, so if you not define that object, that variable name, you will get the name type error. Okay, so these are some common types of error. And another, I can show you the use of try and accept in case of this error and exception. So try block we are using this way. First we write try, then After that, we write our some statement, programming statement that we want to do something. After that, we write except keyword, and in except we can write the exception one. What is the condition of that exception? Then we'll write if there is any statement that is there is any programming logics you want to run in that exception, you can write. And after exception, you can add the else keyword, and inside else you can add the print statement or any other statement you want to do. Okay, so these mainly we are using three things, that is try, except, and else. Okay, and another that is the final keyword we also using. I can tell you this finally keyword also, but before that we need to check the try, except, and else method. Okay, so for that I need to write some code in front of you, and I need to open the same file that we have already created, that is sample.txt. So this type of code we can add in our program, in between our program, to handle the error and exception. So I write try. Okay, and inside that try, let me want to open one file. Okay, so for opening file, you can see we write the open keyword, and inside that keyword open, we write the name of the file. So here sample.txt file we want to open. Okay, this file I want to open, and here in which format, w format I want to open. Okay, so this way you can write the syntax of opening any file. Now right format I open the file, so let we write something in the file. Okay, so file open in the right format, then we need to write something. So for that we need to use the write method, and this way you can write any string. And let me write something. uh, so test uh, write to simple text. Okay, test write to sample text file, you can say. And you can write any other strings you want. Okay, so this is the method to write something in the file. Now these are the things we want to do in the try block. And if try block will not execute, then we will check our the except condition. And inside that except, I want to add one exception. So the exception is IO error. So this is one type of exception we are using usually. So this except while will take, we have not successfully opened file, we have not write in the file anything. So that's why we want to show the prints uh, for of our programmer, so that programmer will see. So we have the error in that part of the code. Okay, so here we need to add the error string. Okay, so that programmer can understand where is the error whenever we execute the program. Okay, so we can write error could not find file or read data. Error, what type of error is this? Error is this type of error: could not file, could not find file. Okay, for could not find or read data. So this is the type of error. You can write anything in the error print statement also. And after that we need to use the else block. And inside the else block we need to write one print statement here, and another statement regarding to the logic of the program you can write. So this will tell the success actually. we are able to successfully open the file and able to write something. Okay, and and the one thing that need to be remembered always, whenever you open any file, you need to close that. Okay, every times. So that's why I need to close the file here. So this is the syntax, this is the block of code we are using for handling the errors. Okay, so let me call this and we'll see what happened. Actually, in the sample.txt, we want to write something. Let's see if this will write the string or not. So it will show success. Let's see, string written. So it's string written here. Okay. So we are able to successfully write that string into the file. Okay. So this way you can write, you can see. One another way we can see, let's say we are open our file in read format. Okay, we are open our file in read format, but we want to write something. Now now see what it will show the error. Okay, because in the read format we can't write anything into the file. That's why we are seeing this error part. So these things our accept part will handle. Accept will show the print statement. See, could not find file or read data. So it will say we have not any file which is in which we can write anything, and and this is the read data file. Okay, so this string you can give as the error name you want to give. Okay, so and after this uh, just wait. So here we have seen the error and except part of the code. Now let's say we want to write here print statement after the file close. That is external statement actually. External print statement we want to write. Okay. So here I want to write like this way. So let's see if this statement will execute with error or not. Okay. So we can see. So whether it will show error or anything, this is the external part, and it will automatically, definitely it will execute. Okay, it is not depending on this. Okay, so if I will open the file in write format and then it successfully write the file, and it will show the success method. Okay, if accept part is not run, then in this case also let's see if print statement executed. Yes, In success case also print statement executed. So this is the external statement. Okay. So that's why we are using this try and catch or try and accept these things for handling the one part of the code, for handling the any error. Okay. This is one type of check you can say. So let me remove this try. Okay, one experiment we can do. Let me remove this IO error and directly in accept. Let's say if it will execute or not. Okay, so in this case also, okay, it is executed because accept keyword is enough to tell the this is the part of the error. Okay, and let's say in read format also we can check. Okay, it's also executed. Okay, so now let's remove this, and this accept part also you can remove, and this else part. Okay, remove this whole part. Now this is the case. We are opening a file in read format and we are writing something, and after that we want to print something in the statement. Let's say we want to print hello world. Now we'll see what type of error it will show. So it shows unsupported operation not writable. So this text write to sample.txt is the unsupported format. So here this is in unsupported way. We cannot write any file in this. Okay, so that is not writable. We need to use the try things, then only we can write. Okay, this format is the unsupported format if you directly write and you open any file and write anything. Okay, now I want to show you the accept and finally. We have seen the uh, we have seen the accept and else statement. Now we need to see the accept and finally. Okay, so we are moving to our previous code, and I want to open the file in write format, and here accept we want to show the error, and here at place of else we want to use the finally. Now inside the print statement I always work no matter what I want to write this. I always work no matter what is going on in program. Okay, this part will tell I always work. Okay, so let me remove this, and I want to call this part. So this is showing error. Okay, that accept part is running because this file we opened in write format and we are writing something that is not good. But in initially else part is not running, else part we are not getting anything. But now finally part is always run. If you are success or if you are fail, that finally part will always run. So whenever you want to open any file and after that you want to write something with which always you need to run, you can write in finally. Okay, so now we have seen this, and let's say we will I'm changing this into write format. And after changing it into right format, we can let's say we can run the code again. And here also it have write something in the file, and this I always work no matter what is going on program. This always works. So finally we are using this for this purpose only. Okay. So this is about the error and exception during the Python code. And another thing after that is regular expression, and I think we need to talk about that regular expression in the next session. Okay. So